So I just wanted to read some stuff while it's still fresh in my mind, and then I'm gonna clarify it later. But the ringleader got caught in action because it was a situation that happened, and I guess questioned, and it was told. So the person wanted to know like what was going on, where are these accusations coming from, this and the third. So like there are certain things that you might feel like disrespectful to say, but you have to say it in order for people to. It's like I don't know, but the moral of the story is don't talk about people who are not there to defend themselves, and then don't base your opinion off of what somebody says because you feel like they've been correct for the year, for the or whatever, because situations could be manipulated, and they could okay so they could manipulate a situation between two people, and then between another two people they could flip the situation so that the energies could fit the profile, basically. So with the third party situation, your ringleader was using that to destroy you, but what it did was open your eyes to your intuition and the fact that other people have intuition and understanding your spiritual journey. And you know this person wasn't intending on you understanding your intuition, because if you did you wouldn't have allowed them to manipulate you, but because of the authority they had over your life, it 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 makes sense why you allowed the situations. And then because of your understanding of this person's mental stability, that was the sympathy that they played off of. It's like, oh, you're so emotional, you care so much about me that you're not going, when you're blinded by love, you don't see what you don't see until you're removed from the situation. So it's like, if you watch somebody else go through it, you would know, because you're on the outside looking in. But when you're going through it, because you could easily say, oh, I'll never be in that situation. But when put in that situation, you could be like, well, I didn't expect it from such and such. But it's like, when you're presented with it, you have the option to choose what decision you want to make. But when you're being blindsided or given false, uh, like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you understand, you understand. But basically, there was somebody who was supporting you that, but that's the thing. When people know what they're doing, but the only reason why they were doing it was because they felt like you deserved it. Because the ringleader was throwing rocks and hiding their hands and using you as a cover up because they knew your energy. They knew how to manipulate you to get you to fit the profile. But this person got caught up and all type of stuff like that because they were used to taking you and forming a situation and then going to other people and creating the image, you know? But this time they got caught because they tried to create an image, then went back to tell that person, and instead of that person going along with it, they ended up contacting you while the person was there, and you got to speak your piece, and that opened that person's eyes to realize, okay, she's not scared. It's just information is getting told the wrong way for us to believe that, or whatever. And then when they do their own test and try to pick up on it, you react out of sarcasm because of who is asking you this question. But the reason why this person is asking you this question is because they're trying to pick up on your energy. They're giving you the benefit of the doubt, because when they're in your presence, they don't pick up on the accusations that they were given. So it got to the point where the ringleader was causing this person to feel like if your response was this, then you were responsible for the energy that they were feeling, not knowing that the ringleader was projecting them to feel this way so that when they did try to pick up on it, that you would do what you normally would do. And that's because the ringleader practiced on you so many times to understand how you would react in certain situations. And because it's like, oh, she knows, but she doesn't really know. So she only knows how to, uh, but by you giving that sarcastic answer, it proves that you fit the profile because the way that you express it is so believable to the person that it's like, that's how you really feel. But, yeah, it's just people in their vulnerable state. This ringleader manipulated them. Whether it had been them finding out about some information that made them feel a certain type of way about themselves, the ringleader played on that. Whether it was an emotional time where you were going through childbirth, or is an emotional time where you were going through puberty, or your menstrual cycle, or you're just sleepy or overworked and all this stuff like that. The ringleader uses that as ammo, or preying on the weak. And you may feel like, oh, I'm not weak. Yeah, you're not a weak person. You're strong-minded. You speak on things when need to be spoken on or whatever. But if you are not in your right state of mind because you're sleep deprived, or you're hungry, or you're sick, or you're not able to follow through with things, like if you had something all planned out and you don't like when things get canceled, or you don't like when people it's like you receive information and you plan your whole day out, but then something changed, so then it throws off everything that you had planned around that or whatever. I don't know. So when this situation happened, this person that was supporting you, they realized that this ringleader, and then they realized, other situations where if you pay attention to this ringleader, you could kind of see the satisfaction on their face, and it's not really satisfaction. It's like psychotic, like you getting a thrill off of this, like this is entertainment for you. And then you have to understand this person's lifestyle, and then you have to understand this person's living situation, and then you have to realize, put two and two together. It's like when you say certain things, you don't mean it for that specific time. You just want to say it, so when the person is trying to figure out situations and they hear what you said, it makes sense for when they need to hear it. So to believe that they were talking about them. So where the third party comes in is they're doing things to you, and by them not having no effect on you, you can tell them whatever. It's like, yeah, your family did it to you, but you can understand why your family did it to you. But for these people that you don't even know to come to you and try to do these things, you have energies towards them that if your family members felt like you were talking to them, then they would feel some type of way, and they would, because of the support that they gave you, they would feel disrespected. So yeah, playing mental mind games, projecting unhealed trauma and emotions. So it's like, if you're trying to heal a situation with somebody and you keep bringing up the past, that's not you. So it's like, yeah, I'm over the situation, but it's like this person could be projecting onto you their childhood traumas that they haven't healed from. And because you don't have the same energy that they have towards the people that are supporting you, they want to cause chaos and problems because they don't want how they really feel revealed, but they need to express themselves. And the way that they do that is by projecting their emotions for how they feel about the people, you know? Basically, what a reader said was the energy is coming from somewhere. And if it's not coming from you, then who is it coming from? And to stop them from getting exposed, they manipulate you to feel like the people supporting you are really trying to just do it to receive something from you, or basically they're not genuine. And then in order for you to feel that that's true, that person will then go and manipulate a situation so that when they are so-called helping you, you pick up on the energy of them feeling like you feel that way. You know, it's just being puppet masters of people's emotions to cause conflict between each other so that they can get their rise out of expressing themselves. So it's like, yeah. So it's a whole lot of false mask and false emotions and projecting and all this other stuff. What else before I leave? Yeah. So your family feel like you're being fake, but you're doing the same thing that they're doing. You're giving them the benefit of the doubt because you know that the emotions that you have is towards a third party, and you're not expecting your family to feel a certain type of way. But because of the attacks that they have on you, because of their assumptions and how it fits the profile, things are being done off of false information, but it causes a real situation and real emotions and energies and all type of stuff like that. So